Hello everybody, here we are once again, and today we have a very special recipe of fresh herbs. We're going to be talking about the most popular ones in Brazil. First of all, we're going to begin with the king of herbs that we use not as a complement but as a main as well here in Brazil. For example, in feijoada is the cabbage. One nice trick that we can talk to you guys here about is to remove the stalk first before we start to chop itself. Then you're gonna peel up all the leaves on top of each other, and now you're gonna be kind of making like a rolling as if we want to be doing like a cigar. And we're gonna make sure that we make a nice and tidy consistency, put them all together. And one of our hand we're gonna be using to hold the cabbage to stand still, and with the other hand we're gonna be making the movement with the knife all the way top to the bottom. Don't worry about like doing fast, because as you can see, the most important thing here is to make it thin. So it looks like a nest. Can you see it? We're trying to make sure that it's like small, very small pieces. Second, we're going to be going to the parsley. So the parsley, we just need to make sure that we remove the stalk as well and stay just with the leaves. And now we're going to be pretty much using the same technique that we use on the cabbage, but now we don't need to worry too much about the sizes, because this is actually to make sure that people, when they're gonna use in the food, we want to see that there is like bits and pieces a bit more larger in size. And the third of all, we're gonna be talking about the coriander. A lot of people get confused with parsley and coriander. They are very similar to each other, but here coriander we're going to be using to mix with other herbs as well, to make like kind of a masala, as the Indians call it. So we want to make sure that we chop as much as we can, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 times if you want it. The important thing here is trying to make sure that you get like almost like a powder consistency on it. You want to make sure that anyone that goes to your kitchen and see that doesn't identify what it is actually. That's the trick, because you're going to be mixing with other herbs. And the fourth is one of the most famous and my favorite in particular actually. It's the thyme. Very strong flavor, strong in a positive way, like a perfume, because you can use it like a lot of people use, for example, oregano in pizzas. I actually prefer to use thyme, and it's the same principle technique here. You want to make sure that you use the knife. Now another kind of technique with the knife itself is to hold with both hands and do almost like a grater with the knife, and you also are gonna get that powder consistency. And now we're gonna go for the rosemary. The rosemary is one of the herbs that we're gonna be using a lot traditionally, not the chopping version, on like gravies and anything pretty much that goes in the oven, like potatoes and porks and whatever actually you want to put it. It's going to taste really good. But here we once again want to make sure that we're going to be looking for that powder consistency. And I know that you cannot smell it, but if you could see that the whole kitchen gets the perfume of the rosemary, because it's like a lot of strong smell actually, and really, really good. The last one, but the not least important, we're going to be going to the scallion. Scallion, it's also very popular for you to finish up and end up the presentation of your dishes. Usually people put on top of like whatever you're going to be eating, you just put some greens and make sure that it looks nice and fresher, that perspective with the green and aliveness for the food. So when you chop, you make sure that you get like always small rings, and pretty much that's it, people. I hope you guys enjoy these techniques, and make sure that you use organic if possible. Okay,